Well. We now know who the 150 million euro player is, that Papa Perez or Don Perez, whatever people like to call him, was talking about. It's not Olise, it's not João Neves, it's not Vitinha, it's not Yamal, and all these names that people came out with, but it might be Julian Alvarez. It might be Julian Alvarez after all. But before I really get into it, let me actually make sure you're liking the video, subscribe to the channel, big up to everyone that's watching the video, and let's actually get into it now. To give you guys a bit of a timeline, yeah. Obviously, the elections happen. Before the election, we all know that Barcelona are getting rid, or not necessarily getting rid. I think getting rid is the word, the wrong word, but they're letting go of Robert Lewandowski, who's been good to them. You know what I'm saying? He got two, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2 La Ligas, and some other trophies. But he's done well for them, especially at that age. But they wanted to change. Obviously, they play quite an intense, high pressing, high line football thing on the Hansi Flick. So they have set their eyes on Julian Alvarez. Now we know that, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, they sent a bid to Atletico Madrid for Julian Alvarez, which I'm pretty sure got rejected. And they're trying to find ways of, you know, seeing if they can bid for him again. Obviously, they got Anthony Gordon between 70 and 80 million euros as well. So a big bid for Anthony Gordon, and actually got him. So we didn't know that they had some of this money that they wanted to spend, but fair enough. Now, after that, we started hearing about the whole, obviously they wanted João Pedro, they wanted Julian Alvarez. If they can't get Julian Alvarez to turn their sights into João Pedro, blah, 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 blah. But however, this is when things kind of took a turn. Riquelme came out and said that he wanted to challenge Perez after a dreadful season. I'm pretty sure this is the first time, or one of the few times, Real Madrid come back to back without trophies. And during the season, you know, Real Madrid fans were starting to turn on Perez. And he's done, he's this, he's that. And then obviously, after a bit of whatever, Riquelme tried to come out as a challenger for Perez to become the president of Real Madrid. They actually did do the elections. But before I get into the elections, Perez agreed to bring Jose Mourinho, man like the special one, you know what I'm saying, to Real Madrid. Couldn't announce him because he can't announce him because the new president might change it. So if Riquelme won, all the guys that he was signing would have potentially not been wanted by the current president, and then there would have been a different kind of problem. Either way, he was starting to get people like Konate in the door, obviously Dumfries after that first, Konate, and he kept coming out talking about this £150 million player that he was going to sign, because they were using the elections to essentially say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, similar to what they do in politics, but usually it's different things. I'm going to improve the club, I'm going to improve this, I'm going to improve that, or this is what I'm going to do. However, they were starting to bring in rumors. I'm going to buy Haaland, was Riquelme was saying. I'm going to try my best to get Haaland and Rodri and this player and that player. And then Papa Perez decided, you know what, we'll take it to a next level. We'll take it to a next level. How about I'm going to get £150 million or euros player, sorry, yeah, and he's a mystery man, and people started to guess, is it João Neves, is it this guy, is it that guy, could they even be going for Yamal, and you know, brought a lot of conversations. Riquelme was promising, I'm gonna bring a world-class coach. Some rumors were saying could it be Klopp. Then I think Klopp's agent came out and said, nah, he's not considering anything, this is annoying. But those are the rumors we started to hear, and obviously some of the things actually were coming out, and it's not rumors. Like, that was the news or briefs that we started to see. Then things progress. Papa Perez ends up winning the election by 21,741 votes, 65%, and Riquelme ends up with 11,814 votes, 35%. His one of his part of his campaign was to essentially privatize 5% of the club. Following his victory, Perez confirmed that Jose will return to the Santiago Bernabeu as the next club head coach. Perez also pledged new squad reinforcement, previously naming defenders Dumfries, Konate as expected first signings, alongside the promised record-breaking bid for a mystery star. Now, this brought a lot of things because, you know, he mentioned we started seeing bits from Fabrizio saying, is it a midfielder? Is it a defender? Is it a goalkeeper? Is it a striker? Whatever they were doing at the time. And then moving it along to, and then saying, oh, he's a Galactico. And people are trying to decipher who he's talking about. Is he talking about Enzo Fernandez, who they've been linked with? Is he talking, who is he talking about? Truth be told, I was hoping he was talking about Garnacho. I was hoping he was talking about Garnacho. You could grab him. If you're going to give me £150 million, that's more than a steal. That might be like the steal of the century. Man, I was more hoping for, you know, jokes aside though. Obviously today we get the news that Real Madrid have made the offer of 150 million euros to Julian Alvarez, and this is when things start to kind of go weird because obviously he's announced. I think today or they've already announced, or it's going to be announced. Jose Mourinho will be announced soon. So obviously, then all of a sudden, a little tit for tat starts to happen. You got Atletico Madrid. We do not thank you for anything. We are not studying or considering any bid for Julian. Yeah, with a little laughing face. They quote tweeted them with a laughing face. Taking advantage of good relationship with your new president. Let's see if you stop stealing players from our academy. Thanks a lot. You have Julian Alvarez, 500 million euros clause is more complicated than it appears, with provisions for certain UCL clubs to do a deal cheaper. Atletico Madrid continue to point to this number and deny active negotiations. Barcelona have had a 100 million euro bid rejected. That's also from Ben Jacobs. So, yeah, this is not looking good. So Atletico Madrid say that they have placed 100 million euro bid for Alvarez, and still insist there's no active negotiations. They cut out the part of the post video where he said he was an Atletico fan too. You must have confessed education with gratitude, but to leave no doubt, we do not thank you for anything. We need to study, nor consider any offer for Julian. How could we not get along when you make us laugh even more than Barcelona does? So, and then that's the similar statement that I've already talked about earlier. So, a lot of tit for tats. I don't know how buying a Julian Alvarez for Real Madrid works, right? And this is, I'm talking about the football inside. We have had countless conversations in the past about the balance, the number 9. They have so many players with the right foot. Where's their left-footed right winger? Which is why a lot of people were looking at thinking about the Elise thing and stuff like that. So, what is all this coming from? Where is all this coming from? That's the real question. That is actually the real question, because the more I think about it, the more I realize we don't know what's going on. Like, are they just doing it to bully other clubs? Are they doing it because they want to essentially just, you know, kind of like, are they seeing if they can they lure him to his cut? But then I'm looking at the team. Vinny doesn't look like he would leave, right? Strikers Mbappe, right? Rodrigo's still in the team, so we've heard some rumors that they want to sell him or not sell him, but that's a story for another day. But he usually, to accommodate for Vinny, they move Rodrigo to the right. So where would Julian Alvarez fit in this puzzle? I know that some people are saying Jose wants Rodrigo gone, all blah, 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 blah. But my point is, they need defenders more than they need a striker. They need a midfielder more than they need a striker. Like, there's so many things that they could fix first, like a left back, even though they got Alvaro, but maybe get another left back in case he's injured. Like, they have Mendy, I know, but get someone who's more reliable, not as injured as Mendy. Get the replacements, get the players that aren't working, get better players. Instead, they want to act like they want to splash 150 million or just throw Atletico Madrid or ruin Barcelona's little thing that they got going on over there with Atletico Madrid and trying to buy their players. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know what's going on. I don't necessarily think he suits them in a way. Cool, obviously play for Real Madrid there's a certain way. I think he suits Barcelona. And that's just my opinion, but I'm saying even if I took the clubs away, or which one I prefer, whatever the thing is, I think he suits Barcelona's system more than he does Real Madrid. That's one. And secondly, I think they have too many players. Like he has his position at Barcelona, in my opinion. Like he has his position. Lewandowski's leaving, he can play up front. Simple. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's quite simple. Are they gonna move Mr. Mbappe? You know what I'm saying? From striker to left wing. Where's Vinny gonna go? Vinny ain't gonna play no right wing. Like, there's so many things anyway. So I just wanted to tell you guys what I think about this transfer or potential transfer, whatever it is. In my opinion, I just think they're just messing about. That's what I see it. And either way, Perez has won the election, so now he can turn around and say, yo, guys, I told you a lot. I've tried. They're not going to have it. And maybe try to spend the money elsewhere. 150 million is a lot of money. So how about you try to just spend it elsewhere with players that you think are better for what you have. So that's my opinion on that. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing. Watch some other videos that pop up after this if you can. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that this is going to happen or not? And yeah, listen, people, I'm out.